guys, hello. For players familiar with Gwent, ready to put their skills to the test. I'm not that familiar with Gwent. It was a long time ago since I played Gwent. But it doesn't matter.
The year 1267. War hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm's sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Meve, Queen of the Twin Realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was. Not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I? As the Queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Meve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers, his neck red and chafed from a ruff, starched stiff.
Really?
Hail, Your Majesty. Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
Yes, at its end, letters were exchanged, documents signed. Paper. Time will tell of what value. That will suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so. The strays of Sparla, the bandits, I was to tend to during Your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Settle down, Caldwell.
Steady, Caldwell. Come now. Deep breath. All right, speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As Your Grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails for long. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Locheren. We waited for nightfall to surprise them as they slept. Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty, straw-stuffed dummies round the fire. Soon, we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the strays had snuck away, rounded our positions and ridden to Hawksburn.
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors. That is where they station.
So the gold? All of it?
It's stolen, Your Grace, but I shall do all in my power to recover it. This I vow, if it be Your Grace's wish.
After weeks in the saddle, Your Grace's wishes are modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet, they shall have to wait. I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it. Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
Welcome to the Thronebreaker tutorial. When embarking on your adventure, get acquainted with basic game mechanics. Control a character using the mouse, follow the cobblestone road to reach the next stage of your journey. Came from here. Can we loot anything here or not? Hey, thanks for following. Straight! Below street. Yo, I needed a rest from around 7 to 10 days. You know, Pathfinder exhausted me. I know. It sucks, but whatever. What can you do? Expand your army throughout the game. Just so you must collect the following type of resources: gold, wood, and recruits. Wanna miss anything? Be sure to explore the map. I always do.
Oh, thought it were bandits riding in.
What is this? Aha! This thing. Gold wood recruits.
Milk. They stretched her over a fire till she told them where she buried her gold.
What?
Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Sit tight. Sketch it out for you.
Treasure map. Search the area, you may find the secret location marked with the map with X. I will be this spot. Look. Failed to unlock card, let's try it again. Okay. Raynar Dodd. Fuck multiplayer. Coin boot. Aspect coin and wood. Not all objects are interactive on the map. Some events cannot be predicted. Best be prepared for it.
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Meve charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry.
Attack! Charge!
Turret. Regular bandits. Custom deck, story battle, start battle. Oh, let's check. Start battle. Need some checkpoints. You can't save the game. Melee ranged. Three rounds. Play only one card per turn. You can use any number of abilities. ambushed, your opponent has the first turn.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
To attack the Queen? An outrage!
Who's got the most points wins.
Your Grace, the men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Damage an enemy by the number of cards on this row. Play a copy of each ejected unit from your deck. This is ejected. We can play a copy.
If you... The strays took tail and run!
Whatever.
Salt of the earth, they are, Your Grace. They'd follow you into fire. You need simply say the word.
I can trigger it with Meve. Boost unit strength and armor. Play a copy of each ejected unit from your deck. What do you mean from my deck?
I shall teach you to respect the crown, you dogs!
Ejected unit to deck. Aha. Holy shit. That's what he does.
Bigger they
Look
are.
out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Lyria! Yes! Our victory is assured! Sound the horns! May they sing praises of this triumph for ages!
The battle's not yet done. It is better to conserve our strength. Prepare for a strike that will prove decisive. Battle formation! Protect the Queen!
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
Cooldown 3. Huh.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Loyal will sell by 5.
Yeah, yeah!
One boat.
Hey?
I congratulate you on your latest victory, Your Grace. The bandits stood not a chance.
Alright!
Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Meve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the Pearl of the North. With its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve.
Survey army. Was first pitch camp. Don't expand the army. Enter the workshop. Through with golden wood. Regional map. Get it, you'll first need to enter your royal tent. Upgrade the royal tent to level 2. 1000 gold. You now have access to regional map. You can open from the main game screen. Command tent to be your army. Command tent. Build the army from available cards. Craft wagon boom card. Damage all units from enemy row by this unit. The fuck do I create it? Wegenberg. They complicate things way too much. Press 1 button and create it, goddammit. Sure want to recruit Wegenberg? Yes. And add Wegenberg to your deck. Like this? How? Just click. And that's about it. You create new cards, return to the main game screen in your journey. Premium cards, all cards, standard cards. Owned, new, all, unowned. 125 out of 125. Nothing I can do else. Saving that, can I take a look at your other camp buildings to familiarize yourself with their functions? You can return to the main game screen to continue your journey. What's this? A royal tent. Can view the letters and maps you received so far, as well as keys and card fragments. Royal tent screens can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Letters. Artisans from Gradobor have prepared new tapestry pattern in the throne room. We await your return. Guardian activity in foothills of Alamo Mount. Strengthen the borders. Strays of Spala. Bandit group. Dungeons of Spala Castle. Mainly pickpockets, racketeers, cut versus assassins. Unable to determine the active group leader. Milk a map. Aha, secrets. No keys, card fragments, deck. What's this? A mess tent. You can talk with your companions in a mess tent. A little bit of your time and you may just learn a secret or two. Grey Rider. Reynard. Leave a camp. Let's pick with Reynard first.
A bit of respite, Reynard.
Yes.
Hello,
but if you've any
hello.
new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at
Thanks.
any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease.
It's not wearisome sitting alone.
Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company? Swapping tales with the innkeep, even?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't, but would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant. Nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim. And to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
Talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently. And when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meve. Save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly. Alas, I've come to fear Willem might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
and is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances. Events beyond his control.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise, we must hope Ancaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that either. It's time I attended to other matters.
The fuck is this? Puzzles.
Worked in a mess once that served no meat, not even sausage. Weren't long before the men rioted.
And that's it. 1,864. How much for this? I can easily go with the next upgrade. Increase the number of trinkets Meve can equip to 3. Provides access to a map. Use scouts to mark the location of treasure and resources in the regional map. Gain between 25 and 75 gold for every battle won. You see, this is interesting for the start. If I should invest somewhere, it should be here. Gain gold per every battle won. Provides access to the training grounds and ability to recruit new combat, fuck that. Gain 1 recruit after every battle won, that's also 1. And as to create new support units in the command tent. Increase new movement on the map by 5%. By 50%. I think I'll take gold. Get gold for every battle won. Can we? Camp structure requirements not met. So you need to build training grounds to have this, eh? Haha. Bullshit. I can use this. Treasure resources on regional map. Or this. I won't touch anything, I want this thing. Fast. It requires training grounds. 2000 gold. I'm close. Do like that. Is that it? Morale, normal. There's a morale too. Alright, let's see what the game is about. Hello, hello. You can open your map by clicking on the compass rose icon on the left side of the screen. Main quest. How big is the map? Holy shit, it's big. It's fucking huge. Just stick to the road, we'll get there. Fine. Is there a save option? Save and exit only. Is there a quick save? No. Alright, let's go, let's see what it is.
Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why I'd have gone round, through Sodden. They told me, Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace. Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why I'd have gone round, through Sodden. Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why I'd have gone round, through Sodden.
What's this? Your army morale can change. Neutral morale has no impact on your cards. Low morale lowers each unit's strength by 1, high morale increased by 1. It feels like a mobile game, you know? It feels like a mobile game. So far. But still better than Diablo. What was it? Immortal? Chances will depend on your choices throughout the game. Increase it by offering a Bayside Shrine. Remember, after victorious battles, morale returns to neutral, so you must always keep an eye on it. And what's the offering? What have I just spent?
Gods of mercy! Whatever is this filth?
Necrophages. Drawn here by blood scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm, I won't allow it! Attack!
God damn it, woman! Why are you yelling? We're these travelers whose bodies now litter the roadside. Alright, let's see what it is. Start. With its cards, it would be better if it's turn-based, like Divinity, for example. Trophies, unique type of card. You have only one in your deck at a time. Trophy will not appear on the battlefield at the beginning of the match.
Fucking broad daylight.
Lyrian banner. Permanent resilience.
Positively sweltering.
The usability with Meve reduces her cooldown by 1.
Sorcery?
We shouldn't exclude the possibility,
Voracious
my lord.
Alghoul.
And great caution we must exercise.
You know what this game makes me? It makes me play Witcher 3 again. Or Witcher 2. Fuck, even Witcher 1. Raw festival cards. Also gain access to cards that allow you to add similar row effects.
Reynard, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
Boglet!
I can't be sure, Your Grace. It's the first I've seen of any such
Boglet.
thing.
I don't know, check it out now straight. If you like it, then try it. If you don't, play something else. Our turn. What's this? Fortitude tonic boosts a unit by 10. Lyrian Alvarlist. Damage an enemy by the number of cards on this row reaches 2. Boost cell by 5. Go.
Aye.
I don't need to boost now, do I? Can play only 1 card per turn. And turn. See how it goes.
These carrion eaters. I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring, enticed by the corpses of those of my sheep that fell. Harmless at first. Until, that is, they fill their guts. Seemed to become quite powerful then.
Are you low then? I don't wanna use a tonic. Don't make me use a tonic, I don't want to. Motherfucker. Boost the strength of one of your units. And I wanted him to kill this.
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
The best. Why do you keep taking damage from what?
Arbalist at your command.
Let's pass.
Ah, so fortunate we routed the beast before they had a chance to gorge.
One more round. Arbalists. Fuck. I play first.
Should have listened to me old lady.
Your Grace, yet more come.
They fill their bellies, ma. This doesn't bode well. Oh no, not well at all.
Rich is still
I'm a one sick.
there.
Curses. Strong as steers they've grown. And they show no fear.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever. I've witnessed this before.
Your Majesty, we must give ground. Fall back. We can't win. Must minimize our losses.
Shut up. He just destroyed motherfucker. Oh.
My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Yeah. I'm gonna pass. We lose this round, but not the next one. And we draw 3 cards. Alright.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms at the ready. Attack!
They play first.
Look there! Yet another abomination.
Nah.
Ugh, that stench. My salts. Where am I?
Cards have abilities too. Let's see what happens. He's on cooldown now. Can't destroy him. But he is boosting them. My bloody armor.
Ah!
Gonna boost them a bit. I don't know what they're gonna play. Another elbow. Alright.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Nice. Holy shit, you're OP. Play out your glorious triumph to the very end. If there are rewards for it, then yeah, then it's worth it. If there are no rewards for it, And there are no rewards for it. Then it's not worth it. But I guess it's fine like this. Damage all units in enemy row. I'm so fucking used to Hearthstone.
The beast hadn't a chance against us.
Music is great, as always. On every Witcher, music is great. Alright. Can't loot anything else here.
Many trees we felled, my lady. Might you have need of them? So, take whatever your heart desires.
Receive wood.
They call themselves strays? Well, we'll treat them like strays. We build a bridge, brick by brick. A one, a two, the pillar grows thick. To there no bandits here. Not surprising neither, for we chase them up with our... To there no bandits here.
Right,
Not surprising neither, for we chase them up with our hatchets, we would.
How do I even know what to loot? Come on. Current signposts unlocks the ability to fast travel. I have to move between them at any time where there's no map. Alright. What about everything there is then? Can I pray at this thing again? Or not? No, only once. I wanted to build something. And where was it? Not a royal tent. Not decks. Not... Who the fuck are you now? Alright, not that. What was it? Workshop? Commandant? No. Training grounds? This. Then we go for foragers' quarters. 25 gold for every battle won. So we build a training grounds. Provides access to the training grounds and ability to recruit new combat units in the commandant. Lyria Arbalest Plus. Regiment Drummer. Rivian Pikeman. That was a fucking lot. But whatever. Exit camp. What the fuck happened now? Over here. Do we got anything available or what? Where's maximum? Tonics. Can remove some, I can add some. Already added all of them. That's what's in a deck. We use everything we got. Let's move on. This is for fast travel. If nothing else, it's a relaxing game to play on the mouse.
Lady, the masks they wear. Have you seen them? They've fangs, snouts, horns, like a right proper nightmare. Your Majesty, I beg of you, thrash them bandits.
Trash them
please.
bandits.
Scared to step out it, to raise an hand against the Queen. These hounds hold nothing sacred. Thank you for listening to this tired bag of bones. Folk haven't lent
Please
an
take
ear
this.
to old Poppy in a long
Take what?
while. Please take this for the road.
We receive gold, 61. There, this is for units. Plus 7.
Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking under the blistering noonday sun.
Your Majesty, Count Caldwell.
Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report.
The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid. Yet our courtesy hadn't inspired them. They hadn't peeped a word. Might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for them, should have them jabbering right quick.
I'll speak to them first.
Your Majesty, for the Queen to question commoners, why, it's simply not proper.
Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and titles for it, so no impediment do I see. Lead me to them.
Bow low for your sovereign, Her Majesty, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia.
Ha' mercy, Your Grace. We bear no guilt, we simple folk.
Calm your hearts, good folk. Though your queen I may be, you are subjects, not slaves.
Meve extended a hand, the royal ring gleaming upon it. Unfamiliar with protocol, a pleb gripped it firmly and gave it a shake as hearty as a good scrub in the tub.
My, we shall be addressing one another by name afore long.
This is an outrage! Guards! Grab him!
I've all in hand, Caldwell.
Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm not accustomed, no-how.
Nonsense. You've a firm grip, a spry handshake, and a bold spirit I can respect. What do they call you, man?
Helmer, son of Florence.
Delighted, Helmer. Now understand me, man. I am in dire straits and in need of your aid. So please, answer my queries in full and forthrightly. The bandits, whom do they follow?
Him, my lady. We seen him. No name, just an odd title. The Duke of Dogs, they call him.
My, a blue-blood thoroughbred mutt. Where are he and his hounds bound? Did he say?
That recall, Imogen? What do you name? A Gleeton or something?
Clayton. Lord Clayton. His estate lies to the south.
Sound the horns. Have the men form up. We march at once.
Milady, I'll be no higher for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him. Shared what grub he had.
Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them?
Choices you make will have consequences. Some may be felt immediately, while others may take time. Choose carefully. Whip some sense into them. Leave them be. Press the men into service, said the woman 3. Press the men into service, said the woman 3.
The Duke of Dogs fed you, so you've strength enough to carry arms. And as he gave you coin, you've no need of pay from the realm's coffers. Sergeant, all men of 15 summers or more will join our ranks at once. They'll serve 5 years.
15 summers, 15 years old into the army. Holy shit. That's worse than in my country. Hello, Rabbi. Hello. I started recently. I took a break from Pathfinder. I was exhausted when I finished the game. I couldn't play anything for 7-8 days, plus I had a lot of things to do, you know. Now I have free time.
No, milady. No! 'Tis mere weeks to harvest. Who'll tend to fields?
Meve set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at a gallop, her mount knocking the peasants aside as it kicked up a cloud of dust. The folk of Hawksburn spoke of the royal visit long after, albeit ever behind closed doors and in hushed tones.
Now who the fuck are you two? Can we speak? No. Notice board, great source of information about what's happening in the area. New markers added. What is this shit? Fast travel. What's added? This? A puzzle. Point of interest. Another puzzle. Main quest. Right? Go to Lord Clayton's estate.
What is this, Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight.
They shall pay dearly, Your Grace.
They shall indeed. And not only they. Rot has crept into Lyria, Reynard. My kingdom has been poorly kept.
Their subjects humbly request aid. Yarplak and Wilmer, they call themselves. Since the wagon axle snapped and we need to hurry to the market. What are your orders? We ride on, we no time to deal with this. A few pieces of gold should suffice. Some of the camp overseers. Let us see what can be done. Minus 25, 50, minus 50. What is this? Recruits. I'd rather spend wood and gold. Don't even know if that was smart. But whatever. Whatever. Nice and easy. I don't know if it's smart to play on Bonebreaker difficulty. I don't know the difficulty of the game, how far it goes. What's this? Release him. Kirk is thrown on a bit bribed. Hang him. Stray of Spala. That's a bandit, Stray of Spala. Was found inside the dwelling. He was wounded during the siege on Housebury. They abandoned by his comrades. Location of their spoils. He's offered to share. That is, should we spare his life? Hang him. Motherfucker. You discover something on the map in return. But if you go everywhere, I guess you can do everything, you know. What's this?
That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
Get the fuck out. What, I'm fighting with rocks? In a flash, and I left for Meve. Resting the killing from her saddle. Either a moment later, Meve will be fate under a massive boulder. Alas, she was not yet free from danger. There is careful and collapse on the road, along with the temple wall that stood atop it. Screams of crushed and dying soldiers cast a somber shadow upon the queen, yet she did collect her wits and act quickly to establish control over her unit. Destroy all boulders. Puzzle. Complete the puzzle by following special rules, short battle. It's a battle. Battle with rocks, what? Start the battle. What on fucking earth is this? Rock slide. Nah. I don't know it. went on Steam today. Really? The battle will last only 1 round. Strength alone is not enough to win. To be victorious, you must complete specific goals. On exploration maps, such battles are most likely. Special rules.
The bluff crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your Grace, the wagon. We can use it as cover. Forward. We must move it forward.
If there's a boulder on this row, Meve loses the battle. What's this?
What now?
Can't even use special abilities now. You can play only 1 card per turn.
You're far fewer than I presumed! Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip!
Arbalest on the melee row. Check the boulder closest to me. What's the closest to me? This one.
Arbalest at your command.
You're not yet ready, what? You should be ready by now. That's the boulder closest to me. Get the fuck out! The Arbalest deals damage equal to the number of units on the row.
Armor won't save.
Huh. Holy shit, this craft can jump! Fuck! And what now? It's gonna be 4.
The wagon! Use the wagon now!
So what? We're gonna be able to destroy the final boulder. Right.
We've come through, Reynard. I thank you.
The walls of the temple collapsed. The buttress is doubtless damaged by something.
Or someone. There's naught we can do here. We ride on.
Can we go up? No. No. So far I like the game. I really do. We'll see later. If it gets repetitive or not, that's the main issue right now. But so far it's good.
A peasant cart, loaded with a heap of hay, came rattling down the road from the opposite direction.
Clear the road!
Bellowed Count Caldwell, standing in his stirrups.
Make way for your queen!
The peasants obediently turned their cart into the roadside nettles. As she passed, Meve glanced towards it and froze. Atop the hay bale lay a badly wounded man gripped by fever. The thick, sweet stench of rot wafted from his bandaged legs.
Gods. Who did this to him?
Meve asked.
Bandits?
Nay, milady,
Replied the cartman.
'twere a beast.
Voice acting is superb.
Out to the east, down Wetterton way, lies a boneyard, old as the elves, they say.
The peasant continued.
Clayton was setting snares round about there. Came running back to us, drenched in blood, rattling on about a long-haired wench come climbing out a grave. We's taken him to the good sisters of Melitele here on bridge. Perhaps they can help him.
I'm certain they can. And will.
replied the Queen. Though just looking at the wounded wretch, she knew he'd expire before nightfall.
God speed you on your journey.
The Queen whistled, and her mare resumed its trot.
Shall I send for a witcher, Your Grace?
Caldwell asked.
One of those freaks should make short work of the monster.
Until we apprehend the bandits, I shan't allow a single soul to leave our company. Even on such an important mission as finding a witcher.
Meve replied.
Any who did would be captured at once. But, if fate brings us near Wetterton, perhaps we'll see to this monstrous harridan ourselves.
Your Grace, we've only just fought beasts and scarcely escaped with our lives. This she-beast will take a silver sword. Magic